And hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the first stream of 2024. I hope your New Year's celebration was fantastic. Mine was great. Hope everybody's feeling well after eating, celebrating, drinking, and so on. In my case, I even received presents. So I hope everybody's in a good mood and everybody's welcome here. So, first stream of the year, starting with sort of a new airline. I know it's opened in 2023 at the very end. They started operation in late December, only 9 days ago. So we can call this a brand new airline, and I think it fits perfectly for the New Year's, for the first stream of the year. I'm gonna take again the 737 from Zibo, very early released as well, new version 4.0.2. You can download it from the forums as always through the link. And I did a couple of test flights. Looks to be okay, everything looks good. And somebody had already painted delivery as well, so kudos for the guy who did it. I'll provide a link for delivery in the description of the stream. I forgot to add it now, but I will do it soon. And so today, no big deal. We're gonna do a short flight. Unfortunately, I do not have that much time. So 1 hour flight from Mexico City, the main airport. It looks like I was looking around Google Maps, and it looks like they are building a few airports around here, but one of them is already active, but not as much as the main, this Mexico City airport. So Mike X-Ray is going to be our ICAO, and we're going to have a challenge for this flight. And the challenge is very simple. I do not have an epigraph. That means I usually use the AIP charts, as you may know, as I usually tell you, but I couldn't find, I found the AIP of Mexico, but you need to register, and I really don't want to create one more login for another chart provider, because I already have like 3 or 4. So yeah, livery looks good, plane looks good, all fine to me. Let's get started. Simbrief gave me a route, and we're gonna try to use the charts that I found on the internet. They are old, from Jeppesen, and I've already checked the departures are completely different, so it's gonna be fun. But in our destination, Ciudad del Carmen, we are having a VOR arrival, so we have no ILS, no RNP, or at least that I can see of. So should be good, should be fine. Let's go to the aircraft, cold and dark state. We're gonna start by connecting the GPU, have a couple of doors open, and going to the overhead, just checking here flaps and spoilers are in the correct position, throttle is in the idle position, fuel cutoff switches are off, gear is down, wipers are off. All right, all looks to be good. So we start with battery, ground power, set up some lights so the people outside know we are here, and do a quick overhead preparation here, starting with the IRSs here, setting them to nav for the alignment. This is all good. I'm gonna arm the emergency exit lights. Seatbelt sign is gonna be off for the moment. And we start already with the window heat. Hydraulics pumps on. I'm gonna fly at 37,000 feet, if I recall correctly. So 37 feet, this is on auto, APU lead on, engines off, valve open, packs on auto. This is fine, trim air on, the rest is on auto, voice recorder to on. Looks to be good. I don't know how to do the full tests of the 737. I know you have to press a couple of buttons. One of those is here. The other one is this one, the stall warnings. Yeah, I don't know how to do those. And then you have a couple of checks to do here. So alright, and for the engines here. Looks to be good. Yeah, unlocked here on the cockpit door. Door is open now. And we're gonna start with the payload. and loading everything. So according to Sim Brief, let's take a look here. What did he give us? Follow 370, cost the next 20. Our zero fuel weight is going to be 57.7. So that's on the heavy side, I think. So 57.742 minus 43111. It's going to give us 14 tons and 631 kilos of payload. We're going to set that in. And for the fuel, we require 6.5. Let's use 7. We have 6 already on board, so we'll just set 7. Call the fuel truck. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot.
Ground flight deck first.
Now we should have the fuel truck there. There we are. Perfect, so the plane is loading up. The fuel is almost complete. That's good. Let's go to the FMC. Position in it. So we are in Mexico City International Airport. Insert it here, and I'm gonna fly to Ciudad del Carmen, which is Charlie Echo. Our call sign is gonna be Mexicana 311, MXA 311, and we go to departure and arrival. So an interesting thing related to NOTAMs, we are now on VATSIM as well. We don't have any ATC, and also I should have set here 1228. But we have a NOTAM. One of the runways looks to be closed, I think, until today. So we're going to take that into account.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Excellent. So let's set passenger seatbelt signs on and fuel pumps on. Center tank pumps keep off. So yeah, we're going to take either runway 05 right or 23 left. So what is the wind here? This is one thing I haven't checked yet. Wind is 21085. That means we're gonna have quite a lot of taxi to do. So runway 23 left it will be, and SimBrief is giving me the Illet 2 Bravo departure. I'm gonna hit route, activate, execute. Next page we're gonna fill the rest of the route. Uniform Tango 109. Also, I hope the stream is going well. You can hear me fine. It should be going everything good. At least it looks for me. Alright, so that was Uniform Tango 109 to Victor Echo Romeo, then Uniform Romeo 28. Let's see if it will... Ah, yeah. Sorry, this is not Airbus. Victor Echo Romeo. And then Uniform Juliet 28. Oh, did I miss something? Uniform Juliet, yeah, I did completely. 28. There we go. And Charlie Mike Echo, which should be Carmen VR. I'm gonna execute performance in it. Gross weight should be in. Yeah, it should. So I'm gonna hit that. On the fuel, we're gonna need 6.5 reserves for our flight today. Final reserve 1. Cost in X20. And oh, why did it change? Cost in X20. There we go. 370. Average cruise wind is going to be 238 at 46. And top of climb temperature is going to be minus 50. Transition altitude is quite high here, 18.5 thousand. Execute this one. Iris is online, that's cool. And you can see here, this is new performance init request. I'm not sure it's going to work, but let's try, why not? Let's go to N1 limits. So let's do a takeoff 1 derate and a climb power out of here. Takeoff flaps 5. ECG of 27.9. That's correct. Speeds are going to be 139, 140, 144. Let's scroll that in here. It's perfect. And we're going to do an ADP1, so 8,000 is going to be thrust reduction and 3,000 acceleration because of the terrain. Looks to be good. So for the start, this is complete. The interesting part again is I don't have the charts for this departure, so the thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna just take a look at the next page. We're gonna go through the points that we have and see what restrictions do we have. So first point, it's showing me a speed of 270 above 9,000 feet, so quite of a climb out. Second point, this is below 210 and below 15,000, I guess, yeah. And then 250 below 18,500, and then 250 at level 200. And then I guess it's just a straight climb out. Oh no, we have a couple of limitations here. Probably for the SID. I'll look according to the traffic, and we're gonna see if we have any traffic, we'll apply with the restrictions. If not, we're gonna just accelerate real quick. And then we are direct to Ileto, which we should cross close to or below flight level 290. And from Ileto we fly to Tilo, Victor Echo Romeo, Axeli, Norel, Basco, Pigno, and then Charlie Mike Echo. For the arrival we're gonna plan during the cruise. We have an hour of cruise. That should be absolutely fine for the departure. Actually, for the programming of everything. Just gonna come here. So using running 23 left, heading is 233. Set that running heading 233. Arm LNAV, VNAV. Wait, I forgot to engage flight directors. My mistake. Now this should work. And our initial climb, we'll just set 10,000. Actually, no, let's set higher. Let's set 18.5. So this looks to be good. Checking the QNH here of the airport. QNH is 3022. So let's set that in. 3022 and 3022. So this is important because this is a quite high density altitude airport, and we need to take measures because of that. So the airport elevation is quite high. Let me tell you, how high is it? It is 7,316 feet. So that's basically 2 kilometers up high, even slightly higher. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. That's why we have such a high VRS speed. Alright, second page, we're gonna go index and leave this on takeoff page. The other one we're gonna leave on legs page. Rest is confirmed. I'm gonna start boarding the passengers. And while they board, I'm gonna start the APU and we're gonna do a quick departure briefing. Squawk is standby, altitude off for the moment. Do we have anybody with us here on VATSIM? Let's check. Oh yeah, we have a couple of planes there. This is cool. Oh, and by the way, I parked at Terminal 2. I don't know if this is the correct position. But yeah, I decided to go with Terminal 2. Alright, so. A quick departure briefing. For us, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the screen so you guys can see. So we're flying today 737-800, flight Mexicana 311. The NOTAMs for the departure airport. We have a couple of interesting things here. Mostly it's not so interesting. Aircraft stand, commercial aviation apron closed, fuel hydrants unserviceable. This is apron closed, holding bay, taxiway Bravo 2 between runways 05 right, 23 left, and closed. VFR flight is not applicable for us. It's VFR as well. Departure aircraft from our destination. This is not for us as well. It's mandatory that all aircraft that intend departure of the Mexico City International meet other flight plan to. Alright, this is fine. Departure ATS changes to. Alright, it's a change of departure. And then this is the most important one. So daily from 6 to 12 UTC. Oh, that means the runway is actually available. So you see, this is important to read the NOTAMs. But we're gonna take runway 23 left anyways. It's gonna take us less time to taxi. Yeah, it's 16 UTC now, so this is fine. And effective from the 3rd of January, from 6 a.m. to the 7th of January, 12 a.m. again, I guess. So no times are checked. The weather looks to be good. Mostly clear skies. I'm gonna hit here significant weather. Oh, this is a volcano. Does that mean we have a volcano eruption? That would be interesting. Let's see sigmets here. Do we have any? Volcanic ash. Yeah, we do have a volcanic ash. Sigmet 2 valid. Oh, this is very interesting. Position this. Volcanic ash cloud from surface to flight level 180 within these coordinates. So I would have to check. I would have probably a map. Oh, there it is. It's actually on the map. Let me just disengage here the significant weather. So this is the position of the ashes, and they go up to flight level 180. This is actually very, very interesting. I even want to take a picture, a screenshot of this, because it's like really good. And I want to send this later to someone. Anyways, continuing with that. So, possible volcanic ash. That's very dangerous, so it's good that we took a look at that. The rest looks to be good. No significant weather. Winds are going to be mostly tailwind, I guess. Or kind of crosswind. Yeah, mostly tailwind. That's good. And we can take a look here at the infrared satellite. As you can see, no clouds at all. So this is very, very good. Should have good visibility of the scenery. We're going to use terrain radar on departure. We have some terrain around us. And for the airport layout, I forgot what stand we are in, but why is this always sinking? So we are parked somewhere in this position here. We're going to taxi by Alpha 4 all the way to Echo, and down here Echo Delta, and then from Delta all the way down here to Delta 1 or Delta 2, holding point runway 23 left. Runway is dry, wind is coming from that direction, so again taking a look here at the METAR, wind is 210 at 5, so really no significant wind. We're gonna take off flaps 5, take off 1 derated, and our departure, we just took a look of it on the FMC. Unfortunately, I do not have the charts, and this is just from VATMAX, so this is like VATSIM Mexico. Somebody provided these charts, but they are from 2013, so this is pretty old, and most of the departures here still use VORs, which is pretty cool, but it's not used anymore now. We have no special considerations, and for the abnormals, we're going to do the standard briefing until 80 knots. Stop for anything between 80 knots if you want, only for significant failures. In that case, throttle idle, call reject, maximum reverse, let the auto brake work, stop on the runway, advise ATC, and then access the situation. Otherwise, we continue straight ahead, hopefully not into the rain. I think we can have here the first page should show us the terrain around Mexico, Mexico airport. So it is quite high. Safe altitude for us is like 14,000, so we're gonna climb to 14,000, or at least try to climb to 14,000 and return. We don't have a takeoff alternate, so if something happens we'll just return. No overweight landing and no other considerations. So for the briefing, this looks to be fairly good. I'm happy with it. Let's go and start doing the pre-flight checklist. So pre-flight checklist, voice recorder is on. We switch that on. Gear pins and covers are removed and aboard. Oxygen is to test here. Tested 100%. Nav transfer and display switches are normal. Window heat is on, and pressurization mode is on auto. Flight instruments headings reading 207 on both. That's correct with the compass, and altimeter is reading 7,300 basically on both sides, which is correct as well. Parking brake is set, pressure is normal, engine start lever socket off. So pre-flight checklist is complete, everybody's on board, so we're gonna hit anti-collision switch on. I'm gonna call better pushback.
Ground to flight deck. Hello, sir. Show us where you want to go, please.
Yeah, we're gonna go here. So we are at position 6-6.
Ground to flight deck. Go is ready now.
And we're gonna switch over to the GPU. Disconnect the ground power, remove the chocks, close doors, close ground, remove ground equipment. That was what I wanted to main. And waiting for the flight attendant to come to the cockpit to close our door. Engage the yaw damper. No, I don't want the GPU.
Boarding is now complete. Flight attendants prepare the cabins. Verify arm doors.
And we can now do the before start checklist. Papers are aboard, mobile phones off, flight deck door should be coming.
Got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
There we go, flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we have 7 tons on board, pump, balance and pumps are on, passenger signs are on.
Okay. Our doors and hatches are closed. Ready to go.
Windows are locked, MCP V2144 heading 133, altitude 18.5. Let's actually do 14, because that's our safe altitude, in case we have an engine failure. And CD pre-flight is completed, rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. We can set 3 and 4.5 here on the trim. Taxi takeoff briefing is completed and anti-collision light is on, so everything looks to be good. Check again that we do not have any ATC. No, we don't.
Okay, now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Let's just remove the jetway. There we go, jetway is going away, brakes released, clear to push.
Starting pushback. Clear to start engines.
Let's go, reviving the Mexicana livery. Or the company itself, I would say. It has an interesting history there, how things went, so it... Apparently, now it is a military-owned airline. Really cool. Alright, and we are off block, that's good. So we're gonna start the engines. Have clearance, packs are off, starting with number 2. Start valve open, and to rotation. I forgot to start the chrono.
Located throughout the aircraft.
Nice ground, nice safety demonstrations there. 24%, engage fuel. That's a good start. Stop the clock. Starting 1. Start valve open and to rotating. So I feel like I spent too much time on 737 after that milk run that we did. That was quite powerful. But we did the entire milk run, that was amazing, I regret nothing. 24%. Go with the fuel. There we go, GT is rising.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Brakes are set, clip disconnect.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Let's go. And it looks like a good start, so reset the clock. Do the after start. Gens on. APU off. Engines to continuous. Probe heat coming on. Now this is to close. This is like this. And start the backs. And yeah, forgot to set landing altitude. It's quite high this time. 7,300. I never scrolled that much here. Like never. That's incredible. Other brake RTO flaps 1, 2, and 5. Trim 4.5 is set. Do a quick flight controls check.
Okay, tow is disconnected and pin
Pull
removed.
down.
See you on the left side.
Pull
Bye.
left. Alright, neutral, see you next time. Rudder to the left and to the right, looks good. Do a quick recall. And report, taxi checklist. So generators are on, probe heat on, anti-ice not required, isolation valve is on auto, engine start switch is continuous, recall is checked. Let's just receive the hand signal there. There we go, hand signal is received. Auto brake, RTO, engine start, levers idle, D10, flight controls are checked. Flaps are 5, green light, and ground movement is clear. It's gonna drive away now any moment, and we are ready. So let me just open the chart here. Taxi light and runway turn off on, brakes released. Let's go. Delta Tango 297. Hey, nice to see you again. Hello, welcome to the stream, man. How are you? So we're gonna take a quick spin on 737 again and reviving Mexicana, because now it's real. I mean, it launched back operations. Looks like the government bought back the name and or the shareholders. I don't really understand how that things work, but they bought something back, and now Mexicana is back, and that's kind of cool. I think a nice livery and an iconic airline, and it was as well very old. That's probably what I found most fascinating for me, because the original one. Once we reach the cruise, we're going to talk a little bit about that, because yeah, I've read a little bit of history, so, and it's pretty interesting. Oh, there are 2 planes there. Looks like A300s. So clear left, clear right. We should go. Is this Echo? This is Echo. Let's go. Ah, this is not Echo, this is Juliet. I'm dumb. Rip. Alright, so I've turned into Juliet. That's fine. We're gonna turn next one to the left. That's okay. Juliet Papa Hotel to the left, and then right on Echo Delta to the very end. Alright, looks to be fine. I had to mess up on something, so it's alright. Clear on the right, clear on the left. There is Papa Hotel. Slow down a little bit there, because we're going quite quick. And now we need to go to the right. Clear on both sides as well. Oh, there's what? There's an aircraft taking off. Quite a slow takeoff there. There he goes. I felt like he clipped the runway with the wing. Alright, we are on Echo, as you can see now. So that's good. Let's add a bit of power and get out of here. So TCAS, we have altitude off. Let's switch TCAS already on so we can have a better look of the people around us. Terrain on, as we want it. Alright, this looks pretty good. And I like delivery. One thing I kind of don't like is when you look outside of the aircraft. I mean, it kind of works when you're looking like this. So the winglet, the outside of the winglet is red and the interior one is green. But once you look from this position, it combines nicely, but if you look from this position, it's just green, and I'm not a fan of green, but anyways, that's just me. But I like the logo. This one is cool. And even the registration is from the correct aircraft used on the first flight, which looked to be delayed, and then they had to divert because of fog or something. So that was quite fun. Alright, Delta is to the left, Echo to the right. I want to go into Delta. I feel like this scenery is different from the charts that I have, so I'll just continue for the moment straight. And then I'll turn... Ah, no. Never mind. That's just me. missing out? Yeah, charts are good for now. This is from 2013. So quite a discrepancy there, 11 years. But that's okay. We have a tug there to rescue us if something goes wrong. Alright, there we go. That's Echo 2 to the right and to the left. Yeah, we're going nicely now. This is better. I could have turned there to Delta, but at the end it would have been the same. Or no, it actually would have been worse, so I did the correct way. Clear on left. Clear right. Yeah, quite a long taxis, I told you guys. We're going to... We're basically taxiing the whole runway back. So sorry, runway is long here. 13,000 feet, or basically 4 kilometers. That's a long way. And I'm trying to do it quick as well. And also I'm thinking about maybe next stream do a little bit more of exploration of Mexico, because that's one country I think I've never flown to Mexico, and it's such a big country, and it's very diverse as well. Keep safe, don't speeding. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. I think we are on the safe side, but quick but safe. And yeah, I'm thinking about next stream maybe doing a maybe a flight on the Embraer of Aero Mexico Connect or something to explore some other airports here. I think it would have been cool, but I haven't decided yet. One thing I have decided though is we're gonna be redoing the entire New Zealand tour, which we started in X-Plane 11, like a long time ago, but I never finished it. So I think it's time to finish it, but with different aircrafts, and by starting a new series, by exploring new pre-wear good aircraft. That should be interesting to do. So we're reaching the very end. Maybe time or close to the time to do the before takeoff checklists. Just get a little bit closer and do it. So there's Delta 1. I'm gonna use full runway. I'm really curious to see how's gonna be the performance here, because basically we are already 7,000 feet up in the air, and that's gonna definitely put a mark on our performance. Alright. So wing light there.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
So we're gonna slowly turn ourselves in here.
Cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So cabin is secure, that's a good thing. And we're gonna stop here, finish the checklists, and then line up, advise ETC, and so on. So set the brakes, let's do before takeoff checklist. Flaps are 5, green lights. Stabilizer trim 4.5 units. Actually should be 475. So more like this. And cabin identification is completed. Transponder TARA set at 2000. Before takeoff checklist is complete. So Mexico City traffic, Mexicana 311 on holding points, Delta running 23 lefts, line up for departure, Mexico City traffic. Alright, brakes released. So nobody on final approach there. Nobody there on the runway as well, looks to be clear. Let's add power, let's go into the runway. Strobe on. Running lights on, we are clear to go. Mexico City traffic, Mexicana 311 departing runway 23 left, Mexico City. Let's do a nice line up there. Alright. Standing by on the brakes. Let me just check here. Yeah, that seems to be working. That is good. And let's go 40%. That's about stabilized. And one toga. Let's go, guys. Wish a nice flight to everybody. The mouse is bugged. First is set. Airspeed's alive. Everybody set the like button for this Mexicana takeoff.
80 knots.
Checked. Throttle hold. Maintain the center line there. Look at how much time are we taking to depart. Wow! I feel like we're heavy 747.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Come on. There we go.
Positive rate.
Gear up. LNAV. Did you feel that? Oh my god, I felt that acceleration.
400.
Check. Earned VNAV speed. Trim the aircraft nicely. Switch some of the lights off. This goes off.
1000.
And one. That's the throttle reduction. Let's do a bit of hand flying. Mexico City traffic, Mexicana 311 airborne passing 9,000. Let's do a bit of hand flying. Alright. Lock the gear in the off position. Set a higher altitude. Actually passing 10,000 feet. We're gonna maintain a little bit more the lights. Just remove the retractable ones. And leave the rest on auto. Follow the flight directors. I drifted a little bit there. We should start pitching down soon for acceleration. Oh, and how about look outside? Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Alright, pitch a little bit more down. And there we go, starting to build up acceleration. Flaps 1. The mountain there is beautiful. Let's go, flaps up, autopilot on. After takeoff checklist, engine blades are on. Tax auto, landing gear up and up. Flaps. Up, no lights, detent, altimeters 3022. After takeoff checklist is complete. There we go. Reached the speed, we're gonna start accelerating better now. And with views of Mexico City. So that there looks to be an airport in construction, and there should be another one somewhere which I can't exactly remember, but it is cool nonetheless. Close the lights, engine start switches to off, and the terrain is simply amazing. Damn. Alright, FMC speed, VNAV speed, so it doesn't look like we have any traffic, so I'm gonna go with level change. And I'm gonna keep climbing for now at green dot because we have all that terrain around us. So So otherwise we would have been complying with the departures here. This looks beautifully geometrical, I would say. Not the best sort of 4xp resolution. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with that, because it should have been better than that. But yeah, it is what it is, it's fine. Still looks good. And we're flying Mexicana. Ooh, I like that screenshot there. I quite like that screenshot. I like this one as well. Sorry, headphone users. Can we reduce the outside audio? It doesn't look like here in the menu. Well, that's quite annoying. 18,000, transition altitude is 18.5, so almost there.
Select beer and wine. In addition, there are other alcoholic beverages for purchase. And we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our service on tonight's flight. If there's anything we can do to make them enjoyable, please don't hesitate to call upon us.
That looks cool. 18.5, QNH standard set, or altimeter standard set. And let's go and accelerate to 250, because I will feel a little bit safer with 250. And one thing I forgot to do, synchronized heading bug. Of course. Attention headphone users, external view. I mean, I like how it looks, in the sky especially. Really cool livery. Look at that terrain there. That's incredibly high. And wouldn't that be the volcano that's kind of erupting something? Yeah, that's probably it. So we should be watching some volcanic ash coming out of there. That's pretty cool. We are above flight level 200, so should not affect us anymore. And if you remember, our route was going right outside of the zone, so it was like here. So we're looking good so far. And Mexico City is just huge as well. Nice views there. This is what I find interesting, because with the flight sim you can explore so many countries. And if you are interested, you start searching about them, or like some specific things, the name of the city, the airline, the terrain, the NOTAM of the volcano. I didn't know there was active volcanoes or whatever that could at least deploy some volcanic ash into the atmosphere in Mexico. And now I know. That's really cool. Well, let's look here at the cockpit, what's going nicely around with the seat. Looks to be good. More high terrain into the front.
Escobar.
Oh, the passenger Escobar.
This is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
What's the What's the Easter egg of Zibo to make this announcement? I mean, it's really fun, but I don't get it. That looks cool. I mean, probably for Mexican pilots, this is just like, yeah, well, it's normal. But for anybody else, it's really cool and different. Weather radar on. Let's zoom out a little bit here on the PFD. Okay, so still cruising. We just confirmed 370 was set, so let's set 370 cruise altitude. Can we do a Concorde flight from JFK to Heathrow in some time? Well, that's a very tough question, and at the moment I will reply by the most honest way, which is I don't have the Concorde, that's one, and I'm too lazy to learn it, so that's number two. Which I know is kind of unfortunate, but because many people love the Concorde, I admire it, but it's not an aircraft that kind of speaks to me. I don't know. I think it has too many buttons, and it flies way too high for me and way too fast, which is interesting in its own way, but kind of not what I search for. But in the future, if I have the money to buy the Concorde and I'll have the free time to learn it at least superficially, yeah, why not? But this free time is probably like in 2 years, so yeah, if you want to stick for 2 years here and see what will come, that would be great. But for now, yeah, we're gonna stick to more of this flying. But you know, this I'm gonna tell. Let's accelerate to 70 for the climb. We are gonna be doing more traditional flights, and when I say traditional, I mean it's gonna be those type of flights which most of the people are not used to do, because I feel like most of the flight sim community, maybe it's getting better now, but most of the flight sim community still prefers to just insert the SID on the Airbus or on the Boeing and just take off, and that's it. That's the flight. And by the way, I think we can switch the seatbelt sign off. But there is so much more. There is the NDBs. I mean, they are phased out, yeah, almost, but they are still around. There is the VR navigation. One plane I will absolutely get is the 737-200 from FlyJ Sim. I'm really waiting for that one, and depending on when it comes out, I will very, very hardly try to make a second milk run, but by the old way, let's call it like that. So it should be fun. I plan to do more C-47 DC-3 flights, because it's a fantastic aircraft as well. It's like a big Cessna, like a really big Cessna, but it's a DC-3, so very has a lot of history there, and it's just different as well. Like the instruments are different. There should be an Antonov 24 coming out eventually. I don't know when, but that's a crazy, and I don't know how to call that aircraft because I'll probably say bad words, but it's fun to fly nonetheless. A pain in the butt to learn, but it's an interesting aircraft anyways. And we're gonna do GA flying as well, because people think, oh well, yeah, flying VFR is just like looking outside the window. Not exactly. It is a lot of looking outside of the window, but there is so much more, and I'm planning something big to do, which I'm not sure how I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna start, but we're gonna start eventually. And a little teaser, it's gonna be around the world on some small aircraft. It should be fun, and I want to try to do it like I would have been doing it for real. Like, imagine you just bought an aircraft and you're like, yeah, we're flying around the world. So how would it be? What are the preparations? What part of legislation do you need to know? Like all of that things. Not to make it boring, but to make it realistic. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't think, at least for me, it's not so interesting anymore. Just like, yeah, we're today flying from A to B on this plane, and this is how it goes. There is so much more in aviation, and once you taste the real life, and you start learning all those things, I mean, it's so cool. And by the way, it's kind of turbulent still, so I might leave the passenger seatbelt sign on for now. And yeah, I want to try to bring that.
Turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
I want to try to bring a little bit of that to the flight simming experience. And I don't know, for example, if you want to cross the Atlantic on a Cessna, what do you need? Because, well, it's not that simple, right? You need some special equipment, maybe. What radios do you need? What if you need to carry extra fuel with you? What approval do you need? Like, having a little talk with all those parameters, I think should be interesting, and it should add like a feel of realism and a feel of challenge, and you learn a lot as well. Alright, let's sync the heading bug again. Switch off terrain radar for the moment. Almost in the cruise, very slowly climbing today. Did I forget something? Spoilers are retracted, flaps are up, gear is off. I feel like we're climbing like really slow. Or that's maybe just turbulence. And the scenery, oh my god, the scenery. I mean, okay with Alaska last time that I've set a custom weather, we could see the views. But lately we've been catching some really bad weather and not that many good outside views with live weather. So this is like a first, and I'm very impressed with it. So, should have about 1.5 minutes to cruise. Let's talk a little bit about the airline that we are flying now. So I wish I could like really turn off some of the sounds outside, like maybe here. Can I? Yeah, that's better. So because I wanted to look outside like this maybe. And I feel like I will be changing the thumbnail of the stream. So, guys, Mexicana is back, which is really cool. If you didn't know, the original Mexicana was an airline which was created a long time ago, in 1921. So that's 102 years ago, like a really old airline, and it closed in 2010 due to some whatever money, bankrupt. It went bankrupt and closed. And so since then, in Mexico, there was Aeromexico, the Viva Aerobus, and another one which I can't remember now. Which replaced basically all of the Mexicana's work. And now, for some reason, because I'm not the Mexican government or whatever, they decided to buy back the stakes and the rights for the name, and they decided to reopen Mexicana. So, in a very cool way, this is a military-run public commercial airline. It will have 10 737s. They should be delivered soon, I think they haven't been delivered yet, or this is like the first one. Or this is leased. I can't remember. Basically, they had some trouble while opening. And so they just did the first commercial flight on the 26th of December, which, as I told you before, didn't went that well. Because they had some delays, and then they catched fog, and finally they had to basically they had to divert. But overall it went fine, so I don't know, I just think it's cool. And yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be challenging for them as well, because speaking of the operation, the type of operation they are planning to do is mostly domestic carrier, and they have 2 already, or 3. Aero Mexico is not really a low cost, but they do have a low cost, I think, division. So it's not going to be easy. And Mexicana is definitely not going to be the flagship like the flagships usually do, or usually are, like Lufthansa or Air Portugal or Iberia, where they do deliver some premium services. I think it's going to be more of a low-cost airline, but still, I'm just happy that we have another airline back, and it's a good theme for the video of today. And I'm thankful that well, it gives me opportunity to learn about this and see how it progresses, and see new things. Like, look at that terrain. It doesn't compare with Microsoft, obviously, with quality wise, but it still looks very good from almost flight level 370, which we... The helmet? Okay. Come on, get the 370 please for me. MCP speed, LNAV, altitude hold, there we go. I probably scrolled through the altitude by mistake. So yeah, that's really cool. Mexicana is back. It was, well, the new one is founded in 15th of June of 2023, so that's like 6 months ago. And first flight was 9 days ago. And at least on the wiki here it says fleet size is going to be 5. They should have 10. I've read somewhere it's going to be 10 737s, but they had either some problems or something postponed. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Looks like they have a website as well to buy tickets, and they have 15 destinations, which are what? Acapulco, Campeche, Chetumal, Ciudad Victoria, Guadalajara, I can't read this one, Mazatlan, Merida, Mexico City, which is the hub, Monterrey, Palenque, Puerto Vallarta, Tijuana, Tulum, and Villahermosa. So we're basically today flying to a fake Mexicana destination. We're making it special. Yeah, and that's really cool. By the way, is there an airport there? Because that looks like a very interesting place to land because of the terrain. Doesn't look like so. No airports there. Does it look like? The terrain is fantastic. Like, we had mostly yellow terrain, like dry, almost desert looking, and now it's like a border and everything has turned into green. This is the fascinating thing. And we were flying for 23 minutes only, so this is really cool, and it looks good. And the colors of Mexicana, they looked well in the yellow, and they look well here in the green. So whoever did the graphical design of this livery did a good job. And now we're entering some clouds because, well, you know, I mean, I have to have clouds, right? Anyways, 160 miles from our top of descent as it's looking here. I'm gonna take a look at the weather. Oh wait, this is the Zibo. So the Zibo lets you go to the menu, data link, AOC, requests, weather requests, and now Charlie Echo. I'm gonna send the weather request because now we can see the METAR here. No need to me going, oh, fantastic. Really, no METAR data. Well, the oldest one says 360 at 4, 7 miles. SKC, I don't know what that means. SKC? What? I don't know. Anyways, QNH 2984, remark hazy. Or at least it looks like hazy. Okay. Seems fine to me. So our arrival, I forgot what was the wind again. Need to check it again. Arrival airport. It's saying 0 wind. Alright, so 0 wind. 0 wind and sort of clear sky. It's just hazy. Okay. I mean, it's still not keeping the altitude that I want.
1,000 to go.
There we go. What if we go here, arrival? Yeah, it's all for DME. So this means I can use the charts that I found on the internet, which are really not that cool, but we're gonna use them nonetheless. Okay. So what approach am I gonna use? This is all departures. Basically, the arrival is a straight-in VOR. And we're flying direct to the VOR. So I'm gonna try to use this one. Let's do VOR 1, runway 13. Transition is Charlie Mike Echo. I'm gonna execute this one and I want to see what it is gonna draw for us, because we can do the rest by ourselves. Oh, it actually does everything. And what if we just intercept the VOR like on this point here and we just proceed direct, because we have an intermediate fix at 10 DME. So I suppose we can do it. What if we do just that? How is it 13 there? What if I do like this? Should be easier. And then we just start the descent at 8 TME. The apis angle are 3 degrees. And I'm pretty sure we can transform that into a completely visual one. By the way, look at that outside. It's going completely cloud. Full of clouds. Still looks good on delivery. I'm just taking screenshots because I don't really like the thumbnail of the stream, so I might be changing it at the end of the stream. Yeah, let's do like this because I really don't want to spend any more time. So this is cool. Don't have any point there to make any calculation of the descent. That's fine. We'll just go here to the VOR. It's gonna be 113.0. And here, oh damn, I can barely see. There we go. VOR 113. Oops. Oh. Final approach course is going to be 137. 137. And minimum is 440, straight in landing runway 14. So Barrow 440. That is set. Runway is not very long, it's 2.2 kilometers, I think, so auto brake. I'm thinking between 2 and 3. What do you guys think? Auto brake 2 or auto brake 3? Let's do a little bit of thinking. And looks like that cloud layer is gonna end, so we're gonna have new views of Mexico again. By the way, what if I hit shift 5? We could see some airports down below. This one is fairly big. Yeah, it is very hazy. I hope the weather is not like this where we're going, because it's quite a beautiful approach. I very much advise you to go into Google Maps or whatever maps you use, hit the satellite view and look at the position of Ciudad del Carmen, because that's amazing. It's basically between water from almost all sides, and it's very, very cool. That's why I've chosen this fake destination for our Mexicana flight. Alright, and airfield elevation is 10, so I'm gonna have to have some more scrolling to do here. I can hold it, luckily. Landing altitude is gonna be like 0. There we go. And the turbulence has gone away, probably because of the mountain there. So, seatbelt sign off. Wing view looking juicy. And cloudy, quite a lot. The rest looks good. So 18 miles to go. Can I go here to the fix? I want to do Mike Charlie Echo. Hello, Ekaterina. How's going the flight? The flight's going good. We are doing some preparations for the for landing. That's basically it. So we're flying flight level 370. We want to be at 2000 at 10 DME. So we're gonna count like 0 altitude and then we'll just use speed brakes if we need. So 37 minus 2 is gonna be 35. 35 times 3 is gonna be 105. Plus 10 is gonna be 115. So I want a circle of 115. Plus we have quite a nice tailwind. So let's do that. Let's do 115. We're gonna just do a quick descent there. That's our top of descent calculated. Basically coincides with the top of descent of the plane. That's really cool. Oh, we do have an ILS. Yeah, well, rip. I don't have the charts for it. But that's okay. Oh, that's we are over the sea there. There's land. Yeah, well, stupid me, of course. We're flying over the sea. Yeah. There is part of our route that goes over the sea. That's fine. Let's do the arrival briefing, guys. While we can. Real quick preparation there. Arrival briefing. So the status of the aircraft is all looking good. Weather is looking good apart from the hazy part on our destination. No temps. We're gonna do a quick read here of the no temps. Change fuel rate to resume Jet Alpha 1 to Jet Alpha. Alright. This might be important to us or not. I don't know. And we have here a runway. So PAPIs for runway 31 is unserviceable. Not gonna be applicable for us, but good to know. NTIS is not gonna be required. Terrain radar is not gonna be required as well, but yeah, we're gonna just use weather radar on both sides. Top of descent is in 115 miles calculated. We just do a straight in VOR landing. This is the charts that I found, obviously not official. I mean, this is from Jeppesen, but like 2010, and I'm basing myself off this chart, so we're gonna try to intercept the intermediate fix at 10 DME and just go for a straight in, and then at 8 we're gonna start the descent. I feel like 8 DME for the 3 degrees is too low, but it looks like, yeah, we should be, yeah, 3 miles here. This is just 500 to lose. We're gonna have a bit of leveling off here, and then from 5 miles we're gonna continue. Minimum is gonna be 440. The go around, we climb outbound on VOR radial 137 to 7 GME, which is basically the runway heading. Then turn left within 10 nautical miles towards the Carmen VOR and hold at minimum altitude. Minimum altitude is gonna be 2,000 feet for us, so pretty low, no mountains there. Our alternate is this fantastic airport there, Merida, but probably not required to go there, which is good. As for the config, we're going to be probably using flaps 30, auto brake 3, reverse maximum, and we're going to have to backtrack, as you can see here, or maybe not. No, maybe not. We might have to vacate on Alpha there. We're going to see how it goes. No special considerations and no abnormals for now. So this looks to be good for our arrival briefing. Everything looks to be well and working. And I want to see here if I switch to the VOR mode. Yeah, okay. Looks to be fine. Let's take a look outside. So I mean, even in the blue water it looks good, so look at that terrain. That's so cool. I mean, this is the good part of exploring the world in the sim. Yeah, I think I've already mentioned, but I will be providing, not me, but I'll provide the link for delivery in the description of the stream. I like this position here. Screenshot. Do we have another one? Yeah, this doesn't look bad as well. Screenshot as well. And one more screenshot, and we're fine. Okay, not too far. We're on LNAV, speed and altitude hold. That's good. What are the speeds to land? Flaps 30, 135. Ooh, that's quite fast. We're gonna go with flaps 40 then. Short runway, 138. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like going with 150 knots is gonna be way too fast for 2 kilometers. I mean, are we that heavy? Okay. About 60 miles to go. What is our progress page? Should arrive with 4.1 tons in around half an hour from here. Yeah. Wait, and if we had ILS, we would have had here the ILS parameters, but we don't, so we're gonna stick with the VOR. We can do it, that's not difficult. That's a big mountain there. Oh, we're catching some VORs there. Yeah, we're definitely catching some VORs. Oh, the Pix info open here. I want 115. We are at 166, so we are 50 miles away. 50 miles away. That's good. What's the fuel flow? 1.2. We were flying 7.7. Feel like that's a little bit too much, but at the same time, maybe that's okay. It's gonna be cool. Oh, by the way, guys, if you have any suggestion for the next flight in Mexico, if you have something interesting to do, maybe on an Embraer or on an Airbus, I'll take it. I'll take it completely. Transition level is gonna be for 19 or 5. So I thought that's the transition altitude and transition level in the US was the highest one. Well, maybe except in some parts of the world like Nepal, where they have those crazy approaches with the crazy mountains. But looks like no. For the Mexico, it's higher, which is interesting. 40 miles to go. There's a radial, nicely drawn. Heading is good. $30 miles to go. Oh, this is actually cool. So I just now noticed it shows a distance to the to basically the circle that we draw. 29, we don't even have to think about it. I was making calculations like, yeah, 15 to 43, how it is gonna go. Okay, so it is like 25, for example, yeah? Here is everything. And we even have an ATA, so this is 4 minutes. And it shows here the altitude. This is probably according to the VNAV profile. We're not going to follow the VNAV profile, we're going to do our own. Or try to do our constant descent arrival, or CDA. And we're quite far from the coast there. $20 miles to go. $15 miles. Maybe time for the seatbelt.
Gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
And let's give a PA announcement for the descent. Not sure it's going to be good, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck here, we're on our descent. Seatbelt signs going to be back up for our rattle. If you're up and about, please turn your seats, fasten your seatbelts. Still showing well ahead of schedule. Thanks again. So hope you have a nice week. Have you on air here very shortly.
This should be for us to reset the MCP altitude. Yes, it is. Let's set 2000. Still no ATC. Or at least none that I see. 2000 is set. $6 miles to go. There we go, we reached the top of descent, but I'm gonna take a little bit more. And level change, return MCP speed. Down we go. So I'm gonna wait until we reach 280, and we're gonna maintain that not indicated speed. There's the terrain again. We are approaching our destination. Passing 270 knots. I want 280. Reach 280. Can delete our fix point because we're not gonna use it. What are the speeds? Still 138. Do you guys want me to do the super quick landing at flaps 30 and see if I run out of the runway or not? Yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. Delta Tango 297, what do you think about the Flight Factor 777 V2? Is it worth it when it comes out? I mean, it is a popular plane in real life. Well, Flight Factor are getting a lot of hate lately, and they kinda deserve it. Kinda, not for the most part. I don't blame them. I think they wanted to do too much for their resources, and especially with X-Plane 12 coming out. I don't know. I don't really like the focus that they have on some of their programs. For example, on the 350, I have the 350. I really like that plane. I want to do a video and a stream with it here on the channel, and I'm not doing it because it doesn't land. It just slams on the ground because the physics are broken. And they had the same problem on 75 for quite a long time, and then they finally fixed it, and now the 75 is fantastic. But on the A350, which works 100% on everything except the landing flare, is broken, and they are not fixing it. So that's quite annoying. But one thing is true, is that when they want to do something really good, they can. They absolutely can. And the statement for that is their, again, 757 and the 767 family, which are really, really good aircrafts that they do have. So I think if it's not all like just speaking, the 777 from Flight Factor will be very good. Yes. I even wish, like, some part of me wishes it to be better than the PMDG 777, but we'll see how it goes. I'm also curious about the 787 that they also promised, and I don't see that many news about the 787, because again, that's too much work for one company to develop two very good but they're similar and not similar at the same time. They're different aircrafts. So yeah, and by the way, we're accelerating to 300 knots just to bleed off some more altitude, because I feel like we are a little bit high, so I want to add that extra drag to compensate for the extra altitude, and then we're gonna slow down before the turn. Slow down, configure, and everything else. We actually have an arrival which comes from... oh no, wait, this is a departure. RIP. No, we don't have arrivals. We have a departure which, if you take off from runway 31, you do a 10 DME arc and you go to Pavon, which is... no, never mind. No, yeah, exactly. You go to Pigno, which is the Pigno 1 departure here from on the charts from 2010. But yeah, that's the departure. And so basically that's my take. I think the 777 is going to be good, like really good. At least I hope so. But we're gonna need to see what's what. I mean, I hope, like, I wish good for them, because I think they are good guys, and they received already a lot of flack from the community, which I'm not gonna say it's not fair on them. I think it was correctly placed most of the time. But still. Oh, and Emil, hello. And while PMDG is quite a big company, Flight Factor appears to be a team. So yeah, it would be better to do 2 really good planes instead of 6 broken. Yeah, I totally agree. And by the way, we reached the absolutely amazing transition level of 195, and that means we have to set the QNH, and the QNH is... I forgot, let's check it. 2984. 2984. Let's reduce speed now. 2984 here as well. 1, 2, and... oh, wait, sorry. 2984 set. That is checked. Oh, we forgot to do the descent checklist. Let's do it now. Pressurization landing altitude is 10 feet, so 0 is set. Recall is checked. Auto brake is 3. Landing data, VRF is gonna be what? So do we take the flaps 30 and go 150, or we take the flaps 40? I feel like we're gonna take flaps 40. So it's gonna be 153 on the V app. 153. That's oh no, wait. 143 I wanted to say. 143. And minimums are 440 barrow, and approach briefing was completed. So looking good. ML, but I do respect them. I'm sure they will update all of their products. What I can't say about mini builds. That's awful what they did. Yeah, well, that's another story. Luckily, that didn't touch me that much. So yeah, but it is annoying nonetheless. Alright, by the way, coming from Pigno, it is a radial of 275, which gives us an inbound course of 095. 095. So wait, let me do what? 137 095 here should be our course. It is. So I switch to the VOR. Heading is set. 095. Let's do 095 here. Let's do Warlock. And let's set here 137 so we can remember. And let's try to do sort of an arrival here. So we're coming from Pigno. Pigno is located at 26 DME from from Carmen, and we might need to slow down soon. Yeah, let's go full VOR mode. RIP, sorry. VOR here as well, please. So we should be tracking 095 now. I want to see if it will track. Yes, it will. 095, please. We're 39 miles out. Flight level 120. And we want 2,000 feet at 10. So that means 30. We're to 30 and 10. Yeah, we're looking good on the descent now. I'm gonna continue like this for the moment. Oh, and that's basically Ciudad del Carmen. That's where we're going. Like, look at that. That's all water. This is a little bit of land, and here's the city. Amazing. I really find that amazing. And so we're gonna wait for 26. We're gonna wait for like 31 or 30 to make the turn, do an arc, and then intercept the other radial. That's better. Approaching 10,000. Let's slow down even more. This is me preparing myself for when I will get the 737-200. Which is gonna be the most fun aircraft out there. So, wait, never mind. We crossed Pigno. It's the ME-26, but the arc is at 10, so we continue for now. Approaching 10,000, gonna switch our red lights on. Switches are on continuous, but I'm forgetting. Road checklist is complete with the altimeters as well. They are cross-checked, rating same. Looking good. But yeah, I really want Flight Factor to fix their A350 because it is a great aircraft. And they have everything they need there. They have the tonus systems. It's just that they need to get the physics right, and if they corrected those on the 757, I'm sure they can do it on the A350 as well. So we crossed Pigno. We're now at 24 DME, and we will be waiting to do the 10 miles DME arc. Still going in aisle descent. I like that. We're saving fuel because we're gonna burn some while doing the arc. So yeah, this is one thing you wouldn't be doing in real life, because I did the briefing, and the briefing was that I would be doing a direct straight in, and now we're doing the arc because I thought it would be more interesting. So yeah, that's one thing that wouldn't be happening for sure. "19 miles. So I'm gonna go heading select. I'm gonna set here 137, and we have here the green arrows. And what we want is them to be always in this 90-degree position while doing the arc. 16 miles to go. Let's decel to 220. Oh, looks like we have a glide slope assistant there that we can use. How can I disable that? Because I don't want that. I don't know, how can I disable? Never mind, 13.5 miles. I feel like we should start turning. So we will start turning. Because this is not a Cessna, this is a 737, we're flying to 20 miles. Nah, maybe that was way too early. 11.9, no, maybe that's actually fine. 11.7, 11.6, 11.5. Yeah, that's actually fine. That was a weird lighting change. Let's do flaps 1 to add some drag. Continue to turn, 10.8, looks good, almost there. And there we go, now we are on the arc, and now we start to turn to the right to maintain ourselves always in the position. Let's decel to 220. That's a bit too much. Now we have to wait. See how the needle is turning? This is what we want. Now we start to turn. If I set like a limiter for the turn, I just turn slowly. And we are approaching the radial. We are way too high. Let's try to catch it. Gear down. Turn the speed brake. Come on, turn. I missed it. Ah, yeah, I forgot I had the limiter. Ah! If I didn't have the limiter, it would have been fine. That was bad on me. That was bad on me. Alright. That was very bad on me. Alright, that was good practice though.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, that's checked. Now we want, what, 2,000 at 3 miles? No, wait. At 8. Yeah, exactly. 2,000 at 8 miles. So we are on the localizer now. I don't want to glide path.
2,500.
Checked. Almost 8 miles. Then we continue the descent to 1,500. That we should catch at 1,000. Sorry, at 5 miles. Yeah. So let's continue. I've deployed the gear too early. I know. 7 miles to go. Still slightly high. I mean, I can see the runway from here. Lights on. Cabin crew prepare for landing. This was quite of a mess there. Almost 5 miles, closing to 1,500. Runway is well inside, altitude requirement. Let's go. Visual from here, set 140. 2,000, autopilot off. So we just crossed 5 miles, now we continue for the descent. I don't like the wind here. My director's off. Descent. Wind is quite strong from the back. Let's close in all flight directors, please. Oops, 15. Cool. Descent, please. Oh, we're having quite of a big tailwind there.
1,000.
It is checked.
Stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude.
Yeah, we're quite stable there. Landing checklist notification completed. Engine start switches are continuous. Speed brake arm, landing gear down. And flaps 40 green light. I don't like the wind is increasing with the altitude. I don't like this. Should be 143 on the speed. Yeah, we're too high. Oh, okay, well, this is a go-around.
500. Approaching
And
minimum.
one toga. Go around flaps. Positive climb, gear up. So, I guess this is not only happening with the real Mexicana, it's happening with us as well. The wind is crazy, but it's incorrect. Flaps 5. Okay, we have to go to the other runway. So let's go heading select, autopilot on. Flaps 1. Let's go clean speed there. And flaps up, gear off. Leave the auto brake, disarm speed brakes. So what they wanted was us to go straight ahead until 70 ME, then turn back to the VOR. What I'm gonna do is something different. I want to go to 157. I'm gonna try to land on runway 31 because of the wind. Minimums are the same, guys. And the final course is gonna be 317. So I'm gonna set here on the second nav so I don't forget. 317. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on, packs, auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights, detent, altimeters, 2984. Localizer. This is why you have a second pilot coming with you, and we just missed it. Come on, 737. You could have been snappier there. I'm just gonna assume heading select from this point. And I'm gonna set 317 on this one as well. It's 7 miles, let's decel. Flaps 1. 7, 8 miles, let's turn. Flaps 2. And I want to go with flaps 5. Speed 170 looks good. This water has different color from the normal X-plane water. Yeah, this is definitely practice time for the 732, 100%. At 8 DME, we start the descent again to 1,300. Hit localizer. Any speed difference? Yeah, 137. It means 142 on the speed. Come on, you didn't catch the localizer there. And we passed 8,000, so let's go. Descend. You're down. Burn speed brakes. Let's run. 142. I mean, at this point, high-speed runways could be a very well visual approach. I mean, it doesn't want to catch the localizer exactly how I ask him to. Flaps 10. We need to be at 1,305 miles, so that's 1 mile to go. And now, is it offset? Is it? 317, I'm 100% sure that that is correct. Flaps full. Autopilot off, let's do it a visual. There's something wrong, maybe it's the charts, maybe it's the magnetic variation. 5 miles, we're through 1,300, this looks good to me. I will assume cabin identification is complete. And I just want it to descend. Stop climbing, man. Auto throttle off. Let's set 2,000, go around altitude. We're not stable, we are on the visual. So let's go down to 500 feet. Remember, the papies were broken for 3-1. We ended up using it, so that's good that we take the read. Okay, now I feel like it is sinking way too much, so let's correct. Let's get back on the speed. Trim it nicely. 500 feet. Yeah, looks like we are stable now.
500.
I like where we're going now. A little bit more controlled. I will assume the second officer did the checklist for me.
400.
Or with me. Yeah, look at that. That's definitely offset the VOR.
300.
Probably magnetic
200.
variation.
$100.
Yeah, that's
50,
slow.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Firm, but we landed speed brakes. Reverse normal. Well, I felt like this was a complete mess.
80 knots.
It's checked. Let's leave it until 60. Brakes, 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 brakes. 1 hour and 13. You're truly Mexicana got late. Versus off. Whew. Okay. So now we have to wait 3 minutes for the engines to cool down. Well, poor passengers. Weather radar. I'm trying to understand, is it off? Yes, it is. That one we didn't turn it on. Strobes off. Yeah, it was firm. It was okay to me. I could have done it a little bit smoother, but I probably would have over-flared it. Let's go straight to this gate. Number 3, taxi light off. Yeah, but I felt like that approach there was a mess. Either because of the charts that I had the wrong headings, something was going on there. something weird was going on. I was trying to do it by the instruments rather than looking outside. Alright, brakes set. Switch off the transponder. Have the AP running. I'm gonna switch over to the APU. 1 minute and a half. I'm gonna have to wait. Disengage the flight directors. That was weird. And too much stuff happening. Good preparation for the 732. Very good preparation. Okay, we're gonna assume 3 minutes have gone by. And we're gonna shut down the engines. So we have APU power. Shutting down 2 and 1. Passenger seatbelt signs off. Rope heats off. Anti-collision off. Fuel pumps would be going off as well. I'm gonna leave the left one for the APU. And we're gonna finish here. Let's watch the replay of the landing, and then we're gonna just engage all ground services. So there's Mexicana 311. Can we watch the aborted landing? Yeah, kind of. Was way far off, but ooh. Passenger view. And go around. There he goes. Gear up and everything. Right by the airport. Okay, let's watch the landing, which was quite of a mess. I mean, the approach was a mess, the landing was okay. Oh, that was very good. That was very, very good, actually. I mean, I think that was XP realistic, overdoing the effect. That was a weird wind, though. Yeah, right on the spot as well. Look at that. Even before the spot. That was good. That was good. Okay, brake is set, APU is running, lights are off, seatbelt sign is off. Ground services. Let's open the doors. Oh, I can extend the air stairs now. They weren't working before. Good. Call some ground services. GPU just for the visual. Cleaning van. Where is the loader? Some people, cones, and that should be fine. Terminate flight lag. And yeah, now we would be flying back, but I don't have the time today. Sorry, guys. This was fun nonetheless. Find a nice view here of the aircraft. There, looks to be good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm sorry for this crazy approach. It didn't went exactly the perfect way, but it was fun and it was a good preparation for the 732 that will be coming on. Maybe I just should have done the easy way. Yeah, I like to complicate things sometimes. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. See you next week for some more adventures. Stay safe, stay happy. Bye-bye.